It's the ugly truth.
Coach Clark,
Coach Clark, we are live, man.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
We in the
We in the building. Let's get a couple people in the room, man. We got a special guest today. I'm gonna turn my volume up just a little bit. There we go. We're locked in right now. Coach man, how was your day today?
It was blessed. Hey, if you're not hydrated, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Stay hydrated out here in this heat.
Definitely stay hydrated. It was a hot day.
Supposed to be hotter
tomorrow, right?
It's coming.
So Coach Clark,
the area we're in that part of the season right now where we're anticipating football coming along. Everybody's starting to get that itch again. There's a lot of good basketball in the area too. Tell us about your organization and what you guys have going on.
On the football side of things, SGC Panthers, we're locked in, and we have some things that we're working on for the fall season. So they haven't been revealed yet. We're not going to have a regular season, but we got some things that we're cooking in the kitchen for the SGC Panthers. They haven't been revealed yet. So, we still working behind the scenes for some good stuff for the SGC Panthers Youth Travel Football Organization, And on the basketball side, we're winding down our summer session with Supreme Basketball. We have, I believe, 2 more tournaments, and then the summer session to be over. Then we have trials in the middle of April. And big shout out to Supreme Game Changers Scholastic Sports Academy for launching Mighty Minds today. It's a new league that is being formed through Supreme Game Changers Mighty Minds League for challenged youth and adults. So that's something huge that was presented and laid out today. So Supreme Game Changers on the basketball side and SGC Panthers on the football side. Hey, we just trying to build brick by brick, man, to have a platform for our local kids, see the sports world from a different angle. So, www.
That's good to hear, Coach, man. A lot of good news going on with your program. And shout out to the other programs in the area. I hope they're all doing well. Keep investing in the youth. That's the big picture. Coach Clark, I want one more question from you. Can you turn your volume up just a little bit?
My volume?
Yeah, please. Or executive producer, Shot by Pain. I'm having some issues on my end hearing anything now for some odd reason. I just want to make sure I can hear everything clearly. All right, let's do one more mic check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's real low. And I got mine up really loud right now. So I want to... all right, we're going to roll with it. All right, as long as you can hear me, I can hear you faintly, but I'll just scoot up to my camera just a little bit more. All right, we got a couple people in the room. Who we got in the room right now, Coach?
Thank you, Miss Leona.
Popped up. Who was it?
Miss Leona.
Okay, Miss Leona's in the room. All right, so, Coach, we had a conversation last week. Before we bring our special guest on, we're still at this turmoil. The world is waiting. Some of the world is waiting. Some of the other world just doesn't give a shit, right? Where is LeBron?
What are you talking about, dog?
What's that?
What are you talking about?
Where is LeBron James gonna land?
Oh, the LeBron James saga.
Yeah, where is he gonna put boots on the ground? Where is he gonna make his stay? A lot of people are saying Cleveland. A lot of people are saying he's gonna make this other dream team again and try to chase this trophy. Give me your thoughts.
My thoughts, I really don't care. I think the LeBron James bandwagon was a lot of people jumped off, and in a lot of people's opinion, he started chasing trophies with the Dream Team scenarios when he made that big to do about when he went to Miami years ago with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. So a lot of people just ready for LeBron to retire. If LeBron goes to Golden State or Philly, it's like he's trying to cheat his way to a championship. I don't think LeBron gets another championship anyway. So I mean he's had a long, healthy run.
Yes,
in the NBA.
Yes, 100%.
He's still not
MJ.
He's still not MJ. I'll put that out there.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a good ambassador for the game, but he changed the culture in a way that it's a cheat code now.
What you mean by that?
You want to put the best players together. Therefore, in the Jordan era, Magic Johnson era, you want to play against the best.
I want to play against them.
That's right. Charles Barkley said it best. I think that was a great statement by Charles Barkley. I wouldn't 100% call it cheating. I would call it you're putting together a dream team thinking that you can win the big one. Because we've seen some good guys be on teams together and not gel well together.
Oh yeah.
So they could put that team together and it could be a flop.
Because they thought that them guys going to Houston was going to win a championship with Hakeem Clyde, Charles Barkley.
Yep.
That didn't happen.
Nope, didn't happen.
The Lakers with Gary Payton,
right,
and Karl Malone. Right. I mean, that was close.
It was close, but it did not work out for him in the long run. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, Coach Clark, you talked to me about this on occasions when we were on the phone. There's one ball, 5 players. You still got to work together.
What up, Chris?
Chris jumped in the room.
He waiting on James to retire. People waiting on James to retire. Get out the way.
Yeah, get out the way.
Does his son go with him? Does his son go with him? Wherever he lands.
Does his son retire with him?
Hey, it remains to be seen. I mean, whoever assigns him, do they have another spot for his son?
Right.
Cam said he agreed with him. Agree with Stephen A. Smith.
I'm not a big fan of Bronny. I'm just not. Yeah. I'm not sold yet.
I mean, there was a lot of other people.
I need to see more from him. That's all.
Right.
I mean, you weren't a leading scorer at UCLA. I mean, at USC. So show me more. Jeff Porter, thank you for chiming in, man. Jeff always got.
Jordan had a dream team. Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. Barkley would never play with them, and Jeff, that wasn't no dream team. Pippen was drafted to Chicago.
Yes. Yeah.
And Pippen was a nobody when he came.
Don't get me wrong. When they brought in Dennis Rodman for rebounds, that was them structuring a program, an antidote to win.
Yeah.
Because they could have got another player besides Dennis Rodman to get rebounds.
Oh yeah.
But Dennis Rodman was a great defender.
He probably was handpicked. Rodman probably was handpicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but great comment, Jeff Porter. I appreciate that, man.
Pippen came into the league as nobody.
Right.
He worked and earned his stripes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But these other guys, these mega millionaires, they already quote unquote superstars in the league that LeBron trying to team up with.
Right.
He need to go ahead and ride into the sunset, man.
Yeah, you think he needs to wrap it up?
Go somewhere, man.
Yeah, go and wrap it up. I mean, statistics wise, I'm not even a big fan of his statistics. I mean,
it's a thing about that, Mike.
Say it again.
It's a thing about that. Him chasing stats.
I mean, you played way longer than Jordan, and you have less rings. I can't put him in the GOAT category. I can't see Jeff. I can see.
He said, but they picked up Rodman. I love giving you guys a tough time. I already know it, Jeff.
Absolutely. We love it, Jeff, man. We appreciate Jeff, man. We appreciate him. Because I know that Jeff, in deep down in his heart, he's a Jordan fan.
He's gonna give it to you real. He's gonna give it to you real.
Yeah, he's gonna keep it real too. Yeah. Let's see, Coach. That's our that's our time on LeBron because we didn't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about him. We really, really didn't. I mean, it's just a hot topic right now. People are it's part of the game right now, man. He's drawing a lot of attention because once again, once that different jersey goes on his back, the sales of that jersey are going to go up.
Yeah. What up, G?
You know, he's going to sell some jerseys. He's going to sell some tickets.
Oh yeah, no question.
You know?
No question. He's very marketable.
Age,
he's still very marketable. Yeah,
for sure. At his age, playing at a high level, I don't see him being a movie star. I'm not sure if he's going to be on the side of a desk being an analyst. I don't know if he's going to be a coach. So he might need to suit up 2 more years.
Nah, I don't know if it's going to work.
I hope not. I really, really hope. I hope he doesn't, but you just never know. You never know. So, okay, I just lost Coach Clark for a second. Hopefully we can get him back on. We apologize about that, guys. Sometimes there's some technical difficulties. But we want to bring on a friend of the show, a friend of mine, Mr. Sean Scales, Virginia Tech. The man was a monster in his prime, but people don't realize Sean Scales is in the area, man. You know, if you're a Virginia Tech guy and you know about Virginia Tech, you know his name and you know the game, right? Sean Scales, we're going to bring him on the show here in about 2 minutes. Coach Clark, I'm glad I got you back. Let me check your audio real quick.
I can hear you.
Oh, there it is. Good. Now your volume is perfect right now. All right. So with no further ado, let's bring on Sean Scales, Pittsburgh Steeler. Let's bring him on, man.
What's up, Mr. Dolman?
Hey, I appreciate you jumping on. Let me check your volume real quick. Talk real quick.
Can you hear me?
All right, we can't hear him yet. All right, we're gonna make an adjustment, Sean. You can hear him? Okay. Can the audience, can y'all give us a thumbs up if you can hear Sean Scales speak? I just want to make sure, because if you can't hear me, I can't hear him, then Coach Clark, we'll work together here to figure it out, okay? Let's see. Let's get a thumbs up from the audience real quick.
Somebody said Bron gonna be the owner in Las Vegas in some capacity.
Oh man, please don't let that happen.
Jeff said he can hear.
All right, Jeff said he can hear. Okay, all right. So, Sean, man, we appreciate you jumping on with us, man. We got a couple questions for you. We're gonna go through a little bit of history, where you were then and where you are now. But first and foremost, I'm gonna tell you where I want to start, man. I want to start at Fork Union. I got to do this, bro.
Hey, you a Fork Union baby?
I am.
Oh wow.
I am.
Hey, boo, boo, boo.
You must.
He's a Hargrave guy.
Mike, you didn't tell me that.
I was gonna say you must be a Chatham guy.
You didn't tell me that.
I know I did. I take notes, baby. I take notes.
That was always a good game.
Oh yeah.
Fork Union and Hargrave.
No question. How did you get to Fork Union?
Coming out of high school, I didn't qualify for the SATs. Academically, I was great, but I'm not a test taker. So they thought the best route to go would be to go to Fork Union. But I had already been down there for like a sports camp.
Okay.
So it was a logical next step.
Gotcha. What year was you at Fork Union?
92, 93.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah. What year was it?
92,
what year was
93.
it?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was that receiver that was catching a lot of balls against y'all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Down at y'all's place, and all those scouts were all over the place.
Oh yeah.
We was there at the same time then.
Yes, sir.
Mike,
yes,
you
sir.
knew all. Mike, you.
I knew all that. I knew all of it, bro. I've been researching for the last week, bro. I knew it.
Hey, you know, Coach Schumann said that it would probably take us 5 years to be able to compete with y'all, because we was only in our second year for post grad.
Oh,
yeah. He said
I didn't know that.
it would take us probably 5 years to be able to compete on the same level with Fork Union.
Oh, well,
He turned away probably 5 or 6 of us. I was one.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't accept. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Schumann runs a good program down there, man.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, make sure that he's not talking. I'm talking at the same time because I can't hear him, Coach.
Okay.
Just
you
so
good. You good. You good.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to Woodbridge High School.
Okay.
All right. Let's take it back to that era, right? And you're trying to figure it out. And I know there were some hardships going on, and you were figuring it all out. Take us back to that high school and then making that transition over to Fork Union and trying to figure it all out.
Well, the transition, honestly, Mike, wasn't hard because I spent most of my high school years living alone. So I was already in that mindset of being away from people. You know what I mean? So that my senior or my junior and senior year, I lived with Breon Dunlap. I stayed with them those 2 years. Or my junior and senior year, I lived with Breon. And I kind of just kept my nose down, just stayed quiet, being a good athlete, not getting in trouble, so nobody knew what my circumstances were. And it worked out for me. You know, athletically, I don't want to say I dominated the area, but I dominated the area. But like I said, academically, I qualified to go to college, but SAT scores, I did not qualify. So I had to take that one extra year to get the required SAT scores to get into school. But it was a journey because there was a lot of lessons being learned.
Being in high school and then going to Fork Union, yeah.
You know, the thing about being in that military school, and Coach Clark could probably
you were at Virginia Tech from 93 to 97.
Okay. Hold on, Mike. Hold on. Go ahead, Sean.
Being in that prep school, you know, you learn a lot about yourself, and Coach Clark probably can attest to this because you're in it. You know, my school particularly was a Baptist affiliated school, and I'm not averse to praying, but I never prayed as much as I did while I was there. In that process, I learned a lot more about me as a human in that 1 year than I did, you know, to that point.
Oh yeah.
So that was one of the biggest things about Fork Union that helped me continue to grow and again stay out of trouble.
It was definitely a year of solitude and finding out who you were. And I still say to today, Sean, that it's a great avenue for kids, you know, first time being away from home, basically. Learning how to be responsible for you and yourself, you know. So.
That's what it was. Yep.
Go ahead, Mike, with your question.
So with that being said, you were at Virginia Tech from 1993 to 97.
Yes.
What was the transition like from prep school going to that college to school?
The transition was different. You know, so let me say it this way. Even at Fork Union, I still felt like athletically I was above the fray. When I got to Virginia Tech, that was no longer the case. And it was apparent right away. It wasn't anything that, you know, that I gradually realized. No, it was right away. The players were faster. They were bigger. And I was still lacking some discipline, you know, because again, all through high school, there was no one telling me to sit down and study. I had to figure that out on my own, which is why I didn't take tests well, because I didn't prepare well. I could do the classwork, but I couldn't do the test work. So that was also very apparent my first year at Tech. I almost failed out, actually. You know, it took me that summer to realize I need to act right and get myself together. I'm not going to be here very long. And I did that summer.
Mm-hmm. So you stayed on campus that whole
oh yeah, I went
freshman
to
to sophomore.
Coach Beamer said you got summer school to get those grades up. I heard what he said and I listened to what he said
And stayed there.
and kept my butt there and went to work.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the best thing I could have done anyway. Like I said, I had nowhere to go.
Right.
Wasn't like I was gonna go home to anybody. So there was no point to me going home. So I stayed at Tech.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Right. Now, at Tech, you did lead the Hokies 30 catches, 510 yards, and 4 touchdowns. There were some injuries that had happened. How did you deal with those injuries and that adversity during those seasons?
You know, one of the hardest things you can do, man, is bust your butt all summer and get an injury. And initially, you know, to start off, so the 96 season, 96, yeah. The 96 season, I had a really good coming out year. And I was expected to do well going into my senior year, which I felt really good about. So, you know, I went to work that summer. I spent some time in the summer. Just, you know, obviously I stayed down there. I trained hard. I ran. I got in shape. I was in good shape. I was in great shape. And then going into camp, I pulled my hamstring. So, you know, I shook it off. I got back out on the field. You know, so going into the season, it's like 4 games into the season. I'm leading the team in receptions. No team wants to kick it off to me because I got 4 returns and I'm averaging like 36 yards per return. I mean, it was ridiculous. So they stopped kicking to me because I was getting closer and closer every time. And then I don't remember how many touchdowns I had, but I had a few touchdowns already. And this is like 4 games into the season. So, you know, 10 game season, 12 game season. I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a good year. Fourth game into the season. Best game yet. We're playing Miami of Ohio. And like I said, all summer long, and minus that hamstring injury, I'm ready for this stage. First half of the game, I had 3 receptions, 83 yards receiving, a touchdown. Going into halftime, Al Clark threw a long ball, but he threw it short. He gave the guys a chance to catch up. I caught it, sprained my ankle, went off the field, got retaped, came back, surgery 2 weeks later. That was my senior season. So that was a hard pill to swallow, man. That brought tears. That was a hard because I was working hard and I was off to such a strong season.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's a mental challenge right there.
Yeah. Yep.
When you prepared so much and prepared for that spotlight, and then a injury happens, and
yeah,
how do you recover mentally?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was having fun, and you know, part of being an athlete is having fun.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was having fun. I was returning punts, returning kickoffs. Like I said, I was making it at that point. If I'm not mistaken, I accounted for 51% of the offense.
Hey, you know how people always say that, you know, there's different levels: high school, college, professional, and you know you got to get used to the game slowing down. Mm-hmm. And so your senior year, the game has slowed down to a snail's pace to you, and you were just there.
I tell people this story all the time. I said, you know, in high school when I played, I said it wasn't like I was faster than everybody because I was faster. I said the game was moving so slow, people were so slow. I just moved way faster because all I did was react. That's all I did, react. My reaction was them thinking. I wasn't thinking. I was just playing. And that's what you're talking about. My senior year, I stopped thinking. I was just playing.
Yeah. Yep.
And having fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, real quick, take me to playing in the Orange Bowl in 1996.
Against Nebraska. Was that Nebraska? Yeah, it was Nebraska.
Yes, sir. Yep. I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
I'll
because
double check. I'll fact check.
the year before we played Tennessee. But yeah, Nebraska. Again, that was my junior year. Red junior year, yeah. And going into that game, Nebraska. That was when Nebraska was Nebraska. They were balling.
Is that Tommy? Was Tommy the quarterback?
Tommy Osborne was still the head coach. Yep. They had Scott Frost at quarterback, I believe. So they were good. That was when Nebraska was Nebraska. And I'm telling you, man, because they always get the teams together for dinners and stuff like that, celebrate the Orange Bowl, and those boys were so big, man. That's a different kind of big coming from Nebraska. That's a different kind of big. But we went into the game with all the confidence in the world, and we knew we could play with them. That wasn't even a question. It was who was going to have the better game that day. I played, and I remember this to this day, man. Mike Minter, safety for them, lined up on me, and I'm good off the press because I'm quick.
Mm-hmm.
He lined up on me, man. I ran and listen. I remember this like it happened yesterday. I got him on my hip pocket. I knew he was in trouble because I had a corner out.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got him on my hip, I straightened him up the field, and I stuck him to the field, and he bit on it. There was like 10 yards of separation between me and him. Jim Drunkenmiller threw a nice pass, but all I see was the end zone, and I dropped the ball.
You dropped it?
First play of the game.
Y'all went up top?
Yep. Listen, we were sending a message and sending it quick.
Yes.
And I couldn't believe it. I shook it off, though. I shook it off and bounced back because I remember another play in the game where Jim underthrew me and Mike Minter was right there, and I went and took it from him. Caught it in the end zone.
That Minter, was he the safety for Chicago?
Yeah, Mike Minter, yep. I think he did get drafted by Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a fun game, man. Yeah, I miss those days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's one of those things where we got a guy in our area that has played on the big stage. I want to make sure that you get your flowers, bro. Like, I've had an opportunity to hang out with you, play a little bit of like some flag football with you, and I learned a lot from you. And it wasn't a big long amount of time, but it was just understanding how sharp you were about the game of football.
Mm-hmm. The thing about that, Mike, is I learned so much. I learned more football when I played with the 49ers. So when I went to camp with them, at that time, it's going to be hard to make that team. And I'm going to tell you why here in a second. Because Steve Young was still playing. Jerry Rice was number 1. Terrell Owens was number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And J.J. Stokes was number 3.
Damn.
So it's hard. You ain't cracking that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
But and you really, the lessons weren't learned watching Terrell Owens and JJ.
Right.
The lessons was learned watching Jerry Rice. Now, you watch him play or watch him practice, and you realize Jerry Rice is not very fast. But
he wasn't that fast?
No, but he's so smart and he's so quick in his routes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we were saying, where people are thinking, he's just reacting. And so his 4.5 is like 4.4 because he's reacting.
Right.
There is no second guessing. If you second guess, you done. You beat. But you learn that. You learn that from him. And you realize the more you know about the game, the easier the game is to play.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, in a time where the DBs can jack you up, now the DBs can't even touch you.
Right.
But back then, they could jack you up. So, you have to be precise with your route running and understand what the defense is really forcing you to do. And you learn that real quick, and it makes everything else seems easy.
Right. Knowing the hidden details of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I was fortunate to have a good college coach who taught us how to read the defenses. Just being under Jerry Rice allowed me to see it at that level.
Okay. Gotcha. How was the transition from college to professionals?
Again,
With
man.
that speed and the terminology is different.
Yeah, the terminology is definitely different. The play calling is very wordy. But not only that, you have to worry about getting your head knocked off because they could do that back then.
Mm-hmm.
So you're processing all of this information while worried about getting your head knocked off. That was my downfall. I should have let that go and let them knock my head off. And just played. I tell people all the time, I said, it wasn't that I couldn't play at that level. That was not the issue. Because I absolutely played at that level. It's just I couldn't make the transition to think, or I kept thinking too much instead of just playing. I needed another year in that offense or in Pittsburgh's offense. And I never got any time in Pittsburgh's offense because, I went there. I got cut by San Francisco, went to Pittsburgh, and then, went to camp with Pittsburgh, but I missed camp and they just had me on the practice squad. But then after the year was over, they allocated me to NFL Europe. So, while those guys were back learning the offense, I'm in Europe playing. So I never got a chance to learn their offense.
Right. You're doing a whole nother system.
Yes.
Europe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Right. How's the speed and physicality of the game over there?
In Europe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were just pros, more pros. Yeah, so the way Europe works, you have to have some international guys on the team, but majority of the teams are NFL players.
Gotcha.
Some are trying to get back into the game. Some need more experience. I was one of the ones they wanted to get more experience, but that's why Pittsburgh allocated me over there. Yeah, so the speed was the same. The size were the same. I would say the play probably was definitely a step down from the NFL level, sort of like what you get in the UFL right now. But again, it was a good transition. Be a good transition from college to that, then to the pros for anyone who needs that.
Oh yeah. And so that the Europe was like the G League in basketball.
Yeah. Yep.
And like you said, still professional football players. So you better keep your head on a swivel.
Yep, because everybody there has college playing experience and or pro experience. So you had to be ready to go.
Oh yeah. Right.
Now, take us real quick to the 1999 World Bowl, Frankfurt Galaxy. I mean, you guys won the chip. Do you still have the memorabilia? I mean, where are we at with that? Do we have the ring?
Yeah, you know what, Mike? I have no idea where that ring is, man. Only thing, even with my college stuff, I lost a lot of that stuff, man. Just because, again, I was never stationary. I was moving all the time. I never have anywhere to put anything down, so I lost a lot of stuff in translation. And you know what? It's just stuff. I'm not stressing over it. But that 99 World Bowl, man, to go over there and win a championship your first time over there. And let me just tell you, them Europeans, they love American football. Them fools will be out there partying 4 hours before game time. And I don't mean like half. I'm talking about 40,000 people.
Wow.
They will be jammed. Listen, they loved it. And for that game, that was a great game. I remember that game. That it was fun. That was a really good time. And plus to be, coming from where I'm coming from, having that opportunity to go play in Europe, knowing I would never have that opportunity in my life, thinking I would ever coming from where I come from, and then to get that opportunity to go over there for 3 months and play a game, live for free, and enjoy Europe. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm very grateful. And then to win that championship too. It was all, like I say, it was a good time in my life. And I really, I enjoyed all of that. All of it.
That's an experience in itself. Like you say, being in Europe and then being able to play the game you love. So that's the icing on the cake.
And you think about, and I say to people all the time, coming up the way I came up, nowhere where I would have ever thought that I end up in Europe at some point in my life, unless I'm in the military.
Wow.
And there I am, living the life.
Mm-hmm.
The game of football took you there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I appreciate
That's
the game of
special,
football.
man.
Yeah.
That's special. I want to go back to Virginia Tech for a second. Playing in front of Virginia Tech, because the area we live in, Winchester, Stephen City, Virginia Tech is like huge for this area.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you played there, I mean, puts a price tag on your head, man. As a special guy for this area. I like the fact that I know you. I want to get you out here a little bit more, doing some camps. Take us to where you are now. Are you still teaching the game? Are you teaching just fitness? What's going on?
So I made some transitions, Mike. I still am able to teach the game. I coach high school here in West Virginia, and kind of got like a bad taste in my mouth. And it's not to say that I wouldn't coach again, because I doubt that I would ever go back into coaching. I like the training aspect of football. I like working with athletes that way. I feel like I can be more impactful that way, because I have a true passion for fitness. As you know, I've done it for so long. It's been, it's one of the things that kept me away from, the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I love fitness. So, I really enjoy fitness. So that being said, I still work as a personal trainer. And I do a couple of things. I work with Planet Fitness. I'm their fitness instructor, the one here in Hagerstown. I've done that for 2 years. I was there back in 2015 and 2017. Then I transitioned to being fitness director for One Life here in Hagerstown. Went back there, but then I started, and I've always in that time, I've always worked with athletes, so that's never stopped happening. And then I went back to Planet Fitness, and then I got an opportunity to work with recovering addicts. As you know, I come from a family of, addiction. So, I went through that. So that was, and I've had people help me along the way. So this was one of the ways I could get back, not knowing that I was going to enjoy it as much as I'm doing it. So I say that because I mentor and understand how to help them come out of recovery, come out of addiction, making fitness a bigger part of their recovery. What I've seen is how quickly they actually, are transitioning from addiction to recovery and are able to stay clean. So that's another thing that I do. That's one of the things I'm more proud of that I do, because I'm actually getting to witness people come from being a very low place in life to, being completely different people when they leave. I'm a part of that. And that's one thing that I'm proud of. I also do training for a men's home, who are guys that are already in recovery. They're sort of like a sober living house. I do training for that as well. I do some speed work for a baseball organization. And that's pretty much, that's the gamut of everything that I'm doing right now.
You have a lot on your plate, and hey, keep doing what you're doing, brother.
I do, man. It's fun though. I'm having fun still. Life is good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, we on the other side of 50.
Right? Right?
Oh yeah.
Right. No. Yeah. Now, with that being said, Coach, I'm glad you said that. Okay, so my cousin, one of my favorite cousins right here, is on the other side with me. This is my favorite cousin right here, right? So, and for the longest time, believe it or not, I didn't know he was my cousin, but this is one of my favorite cousins, right? So I knew that I would be able to bridge this gap to get you out here one day to speak to these kids over on this side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make it happen.
I'm in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All you got to do is say the word, man. I'll make it happen.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
we would love to have you out here to talk to these kids. And I also wanted to ask, for a kid that's a sophomore, junior, senior, what would you say to that kid that has a goal of going to college, to be a student athlete in college? What are they supposed to be doing their 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year if they want to go to college?
Well, the big thing is obviously the books would be number one, right? And then the other thing would be, let me say it to you this way. Here's what I learned. And you guys, because we're all close in age, I'm pretty sure we're all close in age. We spent majority of our time outdoors, right? Even as athletes, we still spent majority of our time outdoors, always honing and practicing whatever craft it may be.
Yep.
Right. Today, with these athletes, only time they practice that craft is when they have practice, or if they're part of your group and they have to be there. It's hard pressed to walk around and see a bunch of kids on the basketball court playing basketball and being serious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, as a junior or as a sophomore, junior, and senior, Coach Rob used to always say, get outside, go play with some people you don't know, let them knock the hell out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get better that way. So I would say, tell those kids, put the daggone on electronics down, go outside and play. Yeah, you got your practices, but go play, go be an athlete, get off the phone. I think, I feel like that's missing. One of the things, I'll say this too, that I learned working with recovering addicts is the mental state of their minds, and a lot of it is all of us. I say myself included, because, we get so locked in, but we forget that an important aspect of our health is, number one, being outdoors and getting sunlight. Walking in the grass. Think about how many times as a kid we walked around barefoot.
All the time.
Yeah, that's important, but that also helps with your mental health. So again, put the phone down, get outside, get some sunlight, because that sunlight is so good for you. And then the other thing is, I would say to these young athletes, again, as I've gone through this process, one of the things I've learned is that how you eat and treat your body goes a long ways, for you as an athlete coming up, for you as an athlete in college, and for you as a person as you age. You have to always listen. I tell people all the time, if God didn't make it, don't eat it, because that's going to tear you up at some point. So that's what I feel like our athletes, our young students, our young minds, if they started to eat cleaner, we probably wouldn't have as much mental health issues as we have now.
Wow. That's a whole subject in itself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, before we let you go, we like to ask one question of our guest. Give me your Mount Rushmore of football and basketball.
My Mount Rushmore in terms of teams, players. What are we talking about here?
Individual players.
Individual players. I'm a wide receiver, so Jerry Rice is my guy.
Individual players.
Yep, Jerry Rice is my guy. He's my number one. And then my number two is always going to be T.O. I like Randy Moss, but I'm a T.O. guy all the way through. Basketball, listen, I heard y'all talking about it. I'm an MJ guy.
Okay.
I'm an MJ guy. Listen. I'm sorry. You can't compare him to anybody else in that game. Is that all you needed, Mike?
That's right.
Yeah. I like
Mount
LeBron.
Rushmore has 4.
All right, I got you here. Well, you said individual player. All right. So, all right, I'm going to give you my 5 football players. I got T.O., Jared Rice.
All right.
I'm a Steve Young fan. I am a Charles Woodson fan. You know, because we played against. I'm a Champ Bailey fan. Those are my guys right there. Yep.
You had
And
to play against them dogs.
and I'm a Dion fan. Oh, I played against them all. Yep. And then basketball, MJ, Scotty, Magic, Bird, Kareem.
They some powerful lists right there.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Well, Sean, we appreciate you coming on the show. I have Coach Clark's number. We're gonna exchange numbers. I'll make sure they have your contact information. We'll get you over here. I'll touch base with Coach Clark. We'll try to make something happen. Get you out here to speak to the kids. Maybe come out to one of the camps that Coach Clark has coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to have you out here, man. Remember, you're always welcome out here. You come to Winchester, this area. You got my number. Call me.
I will do, man. Absolutely.
We appreciate you taking some time to sit down with us, Sean.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. Anytime.
And share part of your story, man. Have you thought about writing your book?
No, I've had people ask me about that too. You know, those kind of things. At some point, maybe, I don't know. I've never really thought about it, but people have asked me about it, and maybe it's time.
Hey.
I got a story to tell for sure.
Got a story to tell, yes, sir. Share that light on somebody.
Yeah,
right. We got a story to tell. Appreciate you, Sean, man. We'll have you on in another couple weeks, man. Once football season starts, we'll get you on to kind of talk about football during the season.
Be careful now, because you know I'm gonna be down in Blacksburg.
What would you predict the Hokies do this year?
I'm gonna say we're gonna be 8-4.
8-4?
Yep. But you know, honestly, I was down there for the spring game, and I like what I saw. You know, and just remember that was only 3 weeks of practice.
Right.
So we talking about month and a half.
Yeah.
Of work. I like it. I like where we're headed.
You know that running back. Well, he's in the running back room. Little Overton, Jeff Overton.
Yeah. I played with I played with Daryl in semi-pro.
Okay.
Yep. And I knew Jeff because I coached against Jeff. I didn't coach against Daryl, but I coached against Jeff.
Okay.
When he was a player for Hilton.
Is he back healthy? Is little Jeff healthy? Because I know he messed his leg up last year.
I'm pretty sure because they got him number 2 on the depth chart.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's good.
Hey, Sean, when we started our own travel organization out here in Winchester Wolfpack in 2017.
Okay.
And PME, the Overton boys brung PME out here and baptized us our first game, 49-0 on a running clock, and little Jeff was the running back. Woo.
Hey, that fool came from some jeans, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because them Overtons can play.
Hey, so anybody on here that's a Virginia Tech fan or watch Virginia Tech football, look out for Jeff Overton Jr.
Yeah.
He's going to be one of the running backs for Virginia Tech. He's a special kid from Woodbridge, played for PME.
Yeah, he's going to be nice. Yeah, he's going to be nice.
Sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate you, Sean.
All right, man. Yeah, my pleasure, man.
Hey, go Hargrave, baby.
A little late for that.
hey, my nephew's going to play basketball at Fork Union this coming year.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's good, man.
Yes,
I know that the guy, he's not there now because he was older gentleman when I was there, but they still do a nice job, man, with the PG program in general.
Oh yeah. I believe we have 4 kids from this area going.
That's good.
Three going to Fork Union, and 1 going to Hargrave.
And you know,
the advocate, man, for that.
And honestly, especially if it's a kid that's coming from, not so much discipline, sort of like myself. I mean, it's a great start. It is a great start because I went there. My grades were, I thought my grades were good in high school, but when I got there and was in that study situation, my grades went through the roof.
Study hall every night.
Yep. But the sad thing is I still didn't do well on the test. The grades kept going up, but the tests weren't. I mean, eventually I got enough to pass, but just some people aren't test takers, and I was one of them.
Well, it was a basketball player there with you. He went to Virginia.
Yeah.
Dean.
Harold Dean. Yep. Harold Dean.
Yeah.
I remember Harold. Listen, we were the same height.
He should have been a football player.
I was about to say we were the same height, but that brother had some shoulders on him.
He didn't never play football?
No, not that I know of. He was a good basketball player, though. Yeah, he's a good basketball player.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. But I'm an advocate for any kid going to the post grad route, man.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. That's a great idea. And especially when you think about it now, where these kids are coming out of high school and or getting these NIL deals, there should be a situation where they're being taught how to manage this money.
Yes.
And that could come by way of prep school or preparatory school or something. Something needs to happen. Because this is a lot of money these kids are coming into real quick.
And most of them kids haven't had a lot of money. So
that's right. And being a professional athlete, of course I was never in a situation where I was making those millions of dollars, but I watched, these guys come in and make this money and they just blow it. They just blow it. So, again, we lack that education.
Yep.
It wasn't that we didn't get that education.
Being educated financially, man.
Yep. That's big.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mike?
Yeah, Sean, we're gonna have you back on, man. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait to have you on the next show. Once this college football opens up, once the NFL opens up, so we can get back on and break down some football games that are gonna be happening. I'm just a fan of the game of football. I don't have a team. Coach Clark, he is a Cowboys fan, and it's interesting to hear his perspective.
Wait a minute, man. I'm a Hurricane too. Don't leave that out.
And a Hurricanes fan.
Yeah.
I apologize. Had to add that in. So to get you back on and talk about the game, the sport, from a different perspective. I'll be coaching football over at Millbrook this year, so I'm gonna be a little busy. But we'd love to have you on like a Wednesday night show, looking at predictions for the upcoming Sunday of football.
Okay, I'm in.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man, my pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Coach Clark, man, good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Hey,
Yes,
great dialogue back and forth, man. I enjoyed that, man. Shout out to Sean Scales.
Hey, Slim, you knew that the whole time too, Slim.
Listen, man, I take notes, brother.
Your head, didn't you?
Yeah, man, I take notes, brother. I take this craft very seriously, man.
Okay, got you.
I enjoy what we're creating here. I really, really do. I enjoyed it, man. Now we want to get a couple more. Let's see who's in the room. That is an event. I just saw that online the other day. Today I saw that. Yeah, I saw that online today. I got to find out a little bit more information about it. Coach, do you have any information about it?
No, that's the only thing I have as of right now. I know it's getting ready to start.
Okay. All right, then what we'll do, we'll have it posted on our social media platform so people can take a look at it. Maybe if they have an interest in donating to the cause. Let's see who's in the. Let's see. So there was a big fight over the weekend. We don't have a lot of time left, but there was a big fight over the weekend. For those at home that maybe watched it, Conor McGregor got back into the cage for a couple of seconds, and you know, listen, I'm going to be a little partial to it because if you don't like the results of what happened and you're disappointed by it, stop watching it. You know,
What do you think about the results?
a guy walking in there. I mean, okay, look, I'm gonna put it into this perspective. I'm injured walking into a fight. I'm scheduled to make $30 million. I know that I have fans that I need to satisfy. I don't want to sell out for the almighty dollar. I think I might have scratched the fight and said, hey, people are paying to come see me fight. I'm not 100% healthy.
Right.
Let's find a replacement and let somebody else make this money. I'm
So
already rich.
So you think he was being greedy, and it came back to bite him?
Yeah, I think he came back to bite him. And at the same time, none of these guys walk into a fight healthy.
Really?
No, none of these guys are healthy, man. Boxers, soccer players that are in the World Cup, football players, man. They're never 100% healthy walking into a football game, a basketball game. There's something going on with their body. So, but it's you don't want to like Jordan used to say, man, I don't want to let down my fans. There's a kid out there that took his last dollar to come watch this fight. Maybe Conor McGregor had the same idea. I don't know, man. I just, me personally, I don't glorify these guys like maybe I did when I was younger.
Right.
Because I'm gonna post someone else's business in my small town before I post some bullshit that Conor McGregor said. Just saying. Because I'm never gonna meet him. I'm never gonna meet any of these NFL football players. Basketball players, NBA. I'm not gonna meet them. Now, if they're in town or something, and I can meet them, cool. But I'm not going out of my way to meet these guys. They're regular people just like you and me.
Right.
They got a special skill. Someone saw it. They got themselves to a certain point. Not jealous, not hating. Good luck. Good for them. But I just don't have it in me. Just don't have it in me. And think about how much money this man made.
Man, that's money for a lifetime.
Right. Now, I don't know what charities he owns or what he has out there, but I just don't think that much money should be granted to a human being for a set skill. That's crazy to me.
How much money you think he deserved for 15 seconds?
Hey, man. 30 mil? I don't know what the estimate. I can try to look it up, how much he made, but because all of it's public record. I mean, just like some of the NBA contracts. I mean, these guys are getting paid huge amounts of money. And then you go over to the WNBA, they're not making half of what they're making. They got to sign these huge endorsement deals. It's a lot of money, man. It's tough for me to watch. You got a regular guy like me. I drive a forklift. Getting paid $20 an hour. Ain't nobody lining up to watch me drive that forklift at night.
Let me see you ride that forklift, Slim. Go ahead, man. Go ahead with that.
Yeah, pay per view. I'm gonna take my phone out and do a live feed and see how many people chime in. 0.
Ain't nobody gonna watch the game.
No, ain't nobody gonna watch it.
Hey, to go back real quick. You asked me for the more information about the Mines basketball league.
Yes, sir.
Reach out to Painless Performance and Trey Payne and Painless Performance. They have the information about the league that's getting ready to start.
Okay.
So reach out to Trey if anybody needs that information. or Google Supreme Game Changers at www.supremegamechangers.com. And they will get you all the necessary information. Could you put that picture back up, please, executive producer?
Trying to see if I can look out these lists.
Yeah. Reach out to Painless Performance, Shot by Pain, Trey Payne, or www.supremegamechangers.com to get all the necessary information. And when you see this flyer, you can scan the QR code and register that way as well. It's a great thing that's taking place, and being formed for some great people that probably will love it, and it'll benefit everyone involved. So thank you in advance. Shenandoah Valley Baptist Church up on the hill, baby. It's not just football, basketball. It's about changing lives.
I don't know what's going on with my phone, my computer here.
But you looking up the finances for
The payout, yeah, the payout. But it's like, so like every news channel reported on it, and I'm trying to make sure that this is the right one.
Right.
Because there's a couple. Okay, so Conor McGregor, 32 million, but he was guaranteed 15 million. Max Holloway, 5 million. He was guaranteed 3 million. So it's
so what did they give him for less than a minute of fighting?
So he probably got a guarantee of 15 million.
$200. They ain't have no clause in that contract. They might have had a clause in that contract.
But Dana White probably did.
Money.
Right. So in reality, what you're saying is he made history on Saturday and made 32 million. So I just feel like $32 million, man. Like, hold on. He could take $1 million, come to this area and get rid of our homeless issue. Think in theory, he could pay somebody's rent or somebody's mortgage for 1 year. And possibly get them groceries. Right.
Easily.
Right. You know, somebody that's not really out here struggling, boom, here you go.
Yeah.
You know, he could do that for 35, 40 people. Even if they gave him $100K. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a professional fighter. I don't know what goes into it. I know there's a lot of expenses with their training, their diet, stuff like that. I get it. They got agents. There's a lot of fees wherever they're fighting at. But $32 million.
I ain't never seen that much money.
No.
Have you?
No. I don't know if I even want that kind of money because I don't want that kind of pressure. You know, that's a lot of pressure right there. 32 million. That's a lot of temptation. You know, it's a lot. I don't know if I want that, man. I don't.
What would you be comfortable with?
Honestly, cuz probably $1 million.
You be comfortable with $1 million?
Yeah, I'd be comfortable. I don't want to be greedy is the issue. Because I know what 32 million or 15 million or 20 million would probably do to my mindset. You know what I mean? Like, 15 million, I ain't shopping at Walmart no more. I'm gonna do something stupid.
Where you shopping at?
Walmart right now.
No, I'm talking about with that 15 million.
Gucci, Prada, some stuff that I ain't never had. Some people I don't even know. I'm gonna do something dumb. Yeah. I'm gonna do something dumb. Probably. Stuff that just don't make sense. Stuff
where
that
where you getting your groceries at?
I'm probably gonna buy me a farm. Somebody gonna have a farm or something.
Okay. Well, hey, that's not a bad investment though.
Right.
That's not a bad investment.
I'm gonna try to make some investments. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to do something smart with the money, but with 32 million, I'm gonna make some bad decisions.
With 15 million, you gonna buy a farm. With 32 million, you gonna hire a chef.
Yeah, I'm probably once again bad decisions. I've been cooking on my own. Why do I need a
chef?
Yeah.
It'll be ready when you get home, though.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Do I need these guys got personal barbers. I read online the other day that they flew a barber in town for $50,000.
That's a beautiful thing.
Man, are you crazy?
That's a beautiful thing.
For one basketball game.
How many heads did he cut?
I think he cut 3. And you got to think about his tip. Each player probably gave him $1,000. Got to pay for his flight, everything.
Who gave him 50,000?
Man, I think it was I think it wasn't LeBron because he has his own barber.
So one of the 3 gave him 50,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And they got to pay for his flight, all that good stuff.
Oh, they gave him more than 1,000.
Man, for sure. But you know, the Conor McGregor thing, you know, and it's crazy. He gets 32 million. This guy Max Holloway, who prepared for this fight and was ready, wasn't injured. Well, potentially was injured, gets 3 million. Come on. 3 mil? That's
He's
all
happy.
he gets?
He's happy though.
Yeah.
How did he get to the game? How did he get to the stadium?
Probably Lamborghini.
No, that guy, he rode a skateboard.
I heard that.
So you don't think he was happy with 3 million?
Man, shoot, he's loving that 3 million.
I would have had that skateboard under my arm going back. Shit.
And rumor has it, 3 million, he got kicked one time.
One time he got 3 million to kick.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Shit. You can kick me one time, give me 3 million. You can kick me twice. Yeah.
But it's just crazy, these payouts that these folks get, man. And you know, all respect to them. I think that they deserve the money. They put in the hard work and to get to that pinnacle of their career. But I just hope that they're doing the right things with the money. They're donating. They have some charities. I know that Max Holloway probably has a charity wherever he's from. Conor McGregor came from some rough circumstances too, so I'm hoping they're doing the right things with the money. You know, they made it to that pinnacle. You know, hats off to them. But that's just a lot of bread, bro.
Oh yeah, no question.
For 17 seconds of a
no
fight.
Question.
You know what I mean? That's like me going to work tonight and work for half an hour, and they pay me for a full night. Come on now. Come on now. All right, Coach. We're at that time. Sean Scales, man. Shout out to Sean, man. We're gonna have him back on. Good dialogue. We got some good shows coming up. We are working on, Coach. I'm gonna try to make that happen. I'm gonna try to make that happen.
We're gonna be outside.
Yeah.
We're gonna be outside.
We're gonna be outside. Now, remember, we got George Whitmore's birthday picnic coming up too.
August the 8th.
August the 8th.
Text me early, August the 8th.
And once again, man, we got to shout out my man C. Russell, man. Happy birthday to C. Russell.
Yes, sir. Big brother C. Happy born day to you.
Yeah, happy born day, big brother C. We'll be back on next week. We will be posting. We got a big show coming up at the end of the month. The Coach's Corner. We got 4 good former and current basketball coaches coming on to talk about the state of basketball in the Shenandoah Valley.
And I'm also thanking G Witt, August 8th, your birthday cookout is the same day of the Dimes showcase.
Yes. So more than likely, I'll go to the Dimes report for the showcase first. I got to see what time. I think I got one girls team I'm coaching, and then I'll make my way down to G Witt's crib and hang out. Hopefully, I'll be able to enjoy some food this time. G Witt, I'd like to make one request. Can we get some turkey burgers, please? Can we get some turkey burgers? That's all my request is. I need turkey burgers. And if you got a hot dog, can I get an all beef?
Damn, we got a whole lot of requests, Joe.
I'm just saying, bro. I just, that's all I'm asking. And I need to know who's gonna make the baked macaroni and cheese.
Oh my God.
That's it. But once again, Coach Park, man. What's that?
He gonna borrow you from the yard.
He might. I want to get there early and mess with him. I got a special interview with him before he starts cooking on the grill.
Hey, let me read this before we get off, Mike.
Go ahead, Coach.
I don't know who all needs to hear this message. Parents, athletes, uncles, aunties, grandmas, papas, etc. Unless it's a non-competitive rec league. Basketball isn't equal opportunity. That goes for any sport. But this post is about basketball, but that goes for any sport. If you don't know the plays, you won't play. You don't defend or talk on defense, you won't play. If you're a bad teammate or have bad body language, you won't play. End of the story. That's all I wanted to say.
I can dig it, Coach. That's a great philosophy to have, Coach.
Hey, don't know who needs to hear that, but you won't play.
Somebody need to hear it.
Yep. Pass it along if you heard it.
Yep.
It wasn't for you.
And we will be back live again next week on StreamYard, Facebook Live. We're gonna do a good. I got something planned for you next week, man. I gotta put this thing together, man. I'll let you know.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got.
Yeah, you be pulling stuff out your hat.
Man, I saw that look on your face. He said, "Huh? Wait a minute, 90 what?
92, 93.
93? Hold on."
He said he was catching all them balls against us too.
Hey, he was a bad man, bro.
Hey, Grayson Masters put his foot in that ball at the end of the game. Is all I remember.
He could play, man. Yeah. All right, Coach Clark. I need to clean up, get myself over to work, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all for chiming in.
Hey.
Ugly Truth.
Shot by Pain. Appreciate you, dog. Executive producer. We're going to be out in the street. Peace.